This girl never imagined that skipping a single ticket would completely change her life. After sneaking into the skating rink that day, she unexpectedly caught the attention of a retired figure skater, and from that moment on, her journey into the world of skating began. People often think figure skating is all about grace and elegance, but few realize how demanding it truly is. It's not just physically exhausting but also financially draining. Most children start training at 5, enter competitions at 6, and compete internationally by 15. Every year, families spend between $10,000 to $20,000, and even then, success isn't guaranteed. In such a fierce and costly environment, Inori came from an ordinary family. She didn't start formal training until she was 10, yet she soon found herself competing alongside her coach, Akiraji, a late learner himself who had once been a novice skater. Their first meeting was anything but ordinary. Akiraji noticed her quietly slipping out from behind the shoe lockers, nervously looking around. When no one was watching, she pulled out a pair of worn ice skates. With one glance, Akiraji immediately realized she hadn't bought a ticket. And he was right. When he asked if she had paid for entry, Inori panicked and bolted for the exit, clutching her backpack. Akiraji knew how expensive rink time was and didn't want people sneaking in for free. But as he ran after her, the old man at the front desk called out, saying that he had let the girl in. At that exact moment, Inori skated down the stairs in a rush and hurried away. Akiraji realized there might have been some misunderstanding and went to find her. But as he turned a corner, he saw her trying to climb a staircase, only to slip. She lost her balance and fell. Akiraji dove forward and managed to catch her, but her backpack hit his head, knocking him unconscious. Panicked, Inori poured her drink on his face, and Akiraji quickly came to. After talking things through, he learned the truth. Inori had entered with permission. She had made a deal with the front desk clerk. In exchange for catching worms to feed his pet bird, she was allowed to skate occasionally. Even so, Akiraji told her it wasn't right. If every kid did that, the rink would go out of business. Inori understood and promised not to do it again. Then Akiraji noticed a skating textbook in her bag. Its bent pages and scribbled notes spoke volumes about her passion. She confessed that she loved skating but kept it from her mother, who feared she'd get hurt. Hearing this, Akiraji gently advised her to talk honestly with her family. After all, starting at 11 was considered late, but with determination, it wasn't impossible to go pro. Before leaving, he handed her a slip of paper with the contact information of the skating club he was about to join as a coach. That night, however, Inori couldn't bring herself to tell her mother. Their family had been through a lot, and she didn't want to add to her mother's worries. The next day at school, she felt isolated again, bullied for her poor grades and excluded from every group activity. Whenever she felt that sting of rejection, she thought about skating. When she was on the ice, all her troubles melted away. Out of habit, she began digging for worms after school, but as soon as she found one, she froze, remembering the promise she made to Akiraji. That meant she had no way to earn entry anymore. And worse, she remembered Akiraji's words. Her age was already late for training. The pressure became unbearable. Finally, Inori gathered the courage to tell her mother everything. A few days later, her mother took her to visit the skating club. Coincidentally, Akiraji had just started coaching there. At first, Akiraji was thrilled that Inori had talked to her family. But to his surprise, Inori didn't look happy at all. Then he found out why. Her older sister had once trained professionally in figure skating since the age of 5. After years of hard work, an accident left her with a fractured leg, ending her dreams and causing years of pain. Inori's mother wasn't there to enroll her. She had come to ask Akiraji to discourage her daughter. She wanted Inori to hear the harsh truth from a professional. Because of what happened with her older daughter, she understood how brutal the sport was, especially when age was everything. No matter how hard Inori tried, she could never catch up to kids who had been training for a decade. Forcing herself into that world